What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. I'm out here, you know me. I just want to encourage everyone to live as pride and joy because we are God's pride and joy, and just take precaution, be responsible. Here, I just put some Germ-X on, exfoliated, and I'm just gonna moisturize because all those steps are pretty crucial. I use the Pond's moisturizer. It might only be like $8-10, but it's my tried and true. You'll see my little technique here that I use my ring finger to go around my eyes because your ring finger is supposed to be sensitive, so it won't tug on your eye too much. Could be a myth, whatever. I'm already doing it. And you want to let that dry a little bit. So I'm also going to use this jade roller. I'm just being extra here, honestly. I don't use this all the time, but I got it from Ross for like $5 or $6, and it feels really good. So I mean, it's supposed to depuff your skin a little bit, and it just feels really nice, so I like it. I'm pretty cautious around my eyeballs because I'm really afraid that I'm gonna tear out an eyelash, and I think just getting an eyelash caught in my little roller thing would just be so horrible and scar me for life, so I think I'm not trying to do that. I'm not using primer just because I'm not going anywhere, so I don't need my makeup to stay on. In fact, I'm going to take it off in after this. So I'm using Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I'm in the shade 335. So I know using your fingers is really messy, but I like the glowiness that it gives. I like how it looks more natural, and plus no product is being soaked in through a brush or a beauty blender. I really don't know why I wore a white shirt trying to do this, but hey, I'm living on the edge here. So I always keep that napkin on hand. I use this MAC, 524 eyebrow brush just to fill in my eyebrows. And then I use just some random spoolie that I found. $263, I don't know, these things don't have no more numbers on them, but I use my Naked Smoky palette, and I use the brown shade in there. So when I go and fill in my eyebrows, I go from like 1/4 of the way. That way the front of my brow isn't so dark. And then once I get to the front of my brow, I go backwards with my brush, just so it can create that ombre effect and I don't have like chola brows. And then I'm sitting there for a good while, really just combing my eyebrows out, especially in the front, just so they look blended. And I use my favorite concealer of all time. It's Wet n Wild Maybelline. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I'm in the shade Medium Peach, and I think the peach part really cancels out any darkness that I have under my eyes. So yeah, and this is just a regular e.l.f. concealer shaping brush. I like the flat brush. Cool. Makeup just takes a lot of practice, getting used to it and using it and knowing how you like to use it. I've been wearing makeup since I was like a freshman in high school. Actual makeup. I started out with like eyeliner and mascara in like junior high, but I started actually wearing foundation in high school, so just been doing that ever since. I use the top of my eyebrow, like that little spot, as like a little paint palette, just so I can spread that concealer out. And then I use a beauty blender and I blend that everywhere, especially in the middle between my brows. Stay hydrated, y'all. Fill it in if I need to, especially on that left brow. I don't know why the top just is difficult. I'm using that same concealer, and like I said, I use my fingers a lot, and I love the natural way it applies, so I just kind of go back and forth between the eyeballs so that way one isn't more covered than the other, and then just keep blending. And then you want to blend like the outskirts of where you blended at my father came to show me a video, so here I am trying to bake as well. Yes, I bake my smile lines because I don't want them to crease throughout the day, and I'm just gonna powder my whole face because I'm gonna use this bronzer. Shout out to Nina for this YC collection bronzer. I love it actually, and I'm probably gonna have to find like more because I really like it. I like the color, the shade, and the way it applies. Rihanna taught me that if you want to create the illusion of a jawline, you want to go slightly above your jawline, and then I just go in and bake so that contour is more visible, I guess. While I'm doing that, by that time that's done, I should be able to pat this bake away under my eyes. You want to pat it, not rub it, just so that you don't take away the brightness that we kind of created. I'm using this Kate Miller blush, also from Nina, shout out. I'm gonna dust this little bake away that I got going on under the contour and use almost the last bit of my Mario Badescu setting spray. Really sad, and I can't wait till I go to the makeup store. She loves a glow, so hair flip. I love this Milani highlight brush. It just, I don't know, it's a really good highlighter brush. My mom says that the nose highlight isn't in anymore, but I love it. I love a disco ball. And then I go in my inner corner and my eyebrow. I love this matte Morphe liquid liner, and I've been working on my cat eye, so just trying to get that perfected there. I have hooded eyes, so I have to kind of, oh, check it out. Okay, so I'm going from my nostril to the end of my eyebrow so that I know where the line is. And then once I am actually making, I don't know, I guess the wing part, I don't even know what you would call it. So this is just the line, right? You see that? Did you see that? I had to go over my hoodedness so that way I could just, I don't know, just so that way when my eye is hooded and it's open, you can actually tell that it's a wing liner, and I don't know, it doesn't overlap from my hoods. I like it. So people ask me how I put on lashes. I learned to do this, I don't even know when. And look at, oh, that's powder on my finger, I think. I don't even know. You're gonna want to put a good, like not too much, not too little of the lash glue. And you're gonna want it to dry a little bit so that way you can get tacky and it'll stick to your eyelid almost as soon as you put it on, but still movable. You got to be pretty confident, so you want to look downwards and you want to just get it as close to the lash line as possible. I start from the middle and I work my way around the edges of my eye, and then I also use my tweezers, like how my tweezers are angled around my eyeball. So that's that on that. And you want to keep pushing it inward so that way you know it's stuck to your eyeball above your lash line. I know you can put it under your eyelashes, which I've never tried. Oh, here I'm just like pushing them downwards because sometimes you can put it and it's like fanned upwards, but you kind of want them to swoop. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm hoping you get what I'm getting. But this is in the shade Diva, I believe. It's by MAC. That's it for the video. Hope you learned something new. Have a blessed day. Love you. Thank you. Okay, bye.